students, it's me Rizwan here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the TI Nspire CX graphic display calculator. Okay, some of you asked me to prepare a video on this uh, topic, so here I am. So let us see. Okay, so now this is the home page of the calculator, student. So you will get this particular page when you press on. You will get this page. Now you can see many icons here. One is we call this as a run mode. It has 4 mathematical operators. Then you have the icon for graphs. Then you have this triangle here. Then you have the spreadsheet for statistics and other options. Okay, I'm going to look at only the first option. This one we call it as a run mode. Okay, so let us enter this first. Now you can see this is the document, and here you have settings. Now here RAD means radian, short form for radian. We can also convert this into degrees and of course grades. Now let us look at the layout of the buttons. You have the 10 digits 0 to 9, and then to the right hand side you have the 4 mathematical operators, and also you have this option next to 9. If you look at this, when you press this, you have all these options where you can type something in fractions, or you can find the power of something, you can find the square root and e power something, all those things. We'll look at that later. Okay, now suppose if you want to not delete this, actually go back, then on the top left hand corner you have a button called ESC. Okay, it's short form for escape. So when you press this, automatically that window will go. Okay, now to the left hand side of the numbers, you have these equal to sign and then trigonometry. I'll explain that later. And you have this one, a symbol for the power, and then x square, e power x, 10 power x, and the brackets. Now below the button, number buttons, you have the English letters, the letters in the English alphabet. Okay, so let us look at some basic things. First, you want to find, let us say, square of 21. So what do you do? Type 21 and then press this x square, you get, and then press enter. So you get 441 is the answer. Now you can also find the square of 21 using this option. To the right of 9, select this and then select this. Now it shows answer, so you can actually go and delete it and then write 21 raised to 2. Enter. So this way also you can find the square of any number. Okay, let us say for example I want to find the cube of a number, or of fourth power of a number. Let us say I want to find 8 power 5. So I type 8 and then here this sign. Okay, the symbol for the power. Press this, then enter 5 and then enter. You get the power of 8. You can also find the same one using this option to the right of 9. So I'll select this and write and delete this and write 8, and then I'll write 5, enter. You get the same answer. Okay, let us say you want to find the square root of a number now. Okay, how do you do that? You can see that the square root sign is just above the x square button, and it is in blue color, isn't it? That means to choose that option, you have to press Control and then the x square button. So let us say I want to find the square root of 21. So I'll press Control x square, that gives me the square root sign, and then I type 21 and then enter. You get the answer. Okay. Now you can see here that there are 5 decimal places in 6 significant figures, isn't it? Suppose what if you want more? What if you want, let us say, only 2 significant figures, or what if you want 3 significant figures? How do you do that? That is very simple. What you do is press this and you say you select document settings, and you can see here float 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it as, let's say, float 3. Okay, I press OK. Then I'm going to find the answer for square root of 21. So Control square root of 21. Can you see here? You only get 3 significant figures. So likewise, you can actually go and change this if you want any number of significant figures. For example, you can have till 9, 12 here, 12 significant figures. Okay, but generally you would like to have only till 3, right? But I would recommend that you have it till 6. Okay, as a default, you have it 6 significant figures. Okay, I'll make it as a default. Okay, now how do I find okay, I can also find square root of 21 using this button here. So press this press this option, don't type 21, and you get the square root of 21. Okay, what if you want to find, let's say, a fourth root of 21? How do you do that? Now again, there are two ways. The first way is press Control and then this button. Okay, then you can type 4 here and then 21 here inside the root, and this gives you the answer 2.1407. Okay, now what if you can also use this option that is here. So type 4 and type 21 here. Okay, this gives you the 2.1407. Okay, now let us okay, now when I found the fourth root of 21, you would have observed something, isn't it? Let me show it to you. So Control, so fourth root of 21, the answer is 2.1407. You can see that there are only 5 significant figures here, but I told you earlier that the default setting is 6 significant figures, the float 6. So why am I getting only 5 figures, 5 digits here, 5 significant digits? It's because if you get like this, that means the 6th digit is actually 0. Let me explain it to you. So what I'm going to do is, so if you want 6 significant figures, the answer is 2.14070. How do I know that? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to document settings. I'm going to make it to float 7. Okay. Now I'm going to find the fourth root of 21 again. Can you see here? 2.140695. So when I have to find this the number answer in 6 significant figures, since this is 5, I'll add 1 here. So that means this 69 will become 70, right? So that is why you get 2.1407 here, but it means that there is a 0 in the 0 is the sixth significant digit. Okay, fine. So let us say I want to now type something in fractions. So how do I do that? Let us say here I can use this option. Okay, so 2 by 3. So this is how you can actually type it. Now you can see here, when I type 2 by 3, I'm getting 2 by 3 as the answer. Now how do you convert this into decimal? Okay, there are 3 ways how you can convert it. I'm going to explain, I'm going to show you all 3 ways. What you do is, you write, let's say for example, you want to find, you convert 2 by 3 into a decimal number. Okay, so write 2 divided by 3, Control, enter, you get the answer. Okay, so this is one way how you can actually convert a fraction to decimal. Now the second way is, let us say 2 divided by 3. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to menu, I'm going to number, convert to decimal. So this also converts a fraction into a decimal. There is another way, of course. The square is a shortcut. So let us say 2 divided by 3 and then place a dot. Type a dot, enter. This also gives you, converts a fraction into decimals. Okay, now there is a problem in the last method, like how to converting a fraction into decimal. Let me show it you again. Let us say I want to divide 2 by 3. I say 2 divided by 3 and then dot, and it gives you the answer in decimal, as a decimal number. Now what if you want to, let's say, convert 2 divided by 3.4. Let us say 2 divided by 3. Let's say 4. Now you want to convert this into decimal number. Now if you put this dot and then enter, it will show that there is a syntax error. Okay, so you can't use this method. So what do we do? What you do is, you can go to menu, numbers, convert to decimal. So you get the answer. So this is how you can convert it into decimal number. Okay, now okay, let us say I want to find the sum of n terms of a geometric sequence, of finite geometric sequence. So how do we do that? So let us say the first term is 2 and the common ratio is 3, and I want to find S10. That is sum of first n terms. So as per the formula, it is 2 times 3 power 10 minus 1 by 3 minus 1. So how do I type it? How do I find it? Very simple. Press here, press this fraction part, 2 multiply by bracket, press the sign, 3 power 10 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1. Okay, you get the answer. Now what if the first term is the same and I'm going to find S10, but the common ratio is also a fraction. Let us say the common ratio is 2 upon 3. So how do we do that? Again, that's very simple. Press this button, press fraction, 2 multiplied by a bracket, and then you write another bracket only for the fraction. And inside this bracket, you have to go and write 2 by 3. So this fraction 2 by 3, and then come out of this bracket and then press this button and then type 10, then minus 1 divided by again 2 by 3 minus 1. So I need a fraction again. So fraction 2 upon 3 minus 1. So you get this answer. Now you can convert this into decimal. Okay, that. I hope you know how to do that. So let us see. What I do is control, answer, and then I'll write menu, convert to decimal. So you get the answer, 5.89595. Okay, so this is how you type it. Okay, now how do you find, let us say you want to find e power 5. How do you do that? That's very simple. You can see this e power x sign here. So, and then type 5, and that gives you the answer. Okay, what if you want to find, let us say, log 5 to the base e? Okay, that means ln 5. So what you can do is control this ln. Ln means logarithm, but the base is e. So let us say 5. That gives you the answer. What if you want to find log of 5 to the base 10 now? Okay, for that you can see there is one log given here above this button, 10 power x in blue color. So control this means 10. Okay, and then let's say 5. Okay, this is how you find log 5 to the base 10. Now you can also use this button, students, this option. You can see here, you can find e power x here, e power anything here, sorry. You can find log of, let's say, 5 to the base 10 or log of 10 to the base 3. You can actually find all these things. Okay, now here you can see options to find the summation. I'll come to that later. In fact, let me do it now. Okay, so let us see summation. So let us say x equal to 1 to 10, and I type 3 times x plus 1. Okay, it gives me the answer. Same way, let us say I want to find for geometry progression. Let us say to find this, I type this again, x equal to 1 to 10, 2 multiplied by 3 power x. So again, this gives me the answer. Okay, now again here you can see there's an option. You can find the absolute value using this option. So let us say you want to find the absolute value of minus 3. It's very simple, it's actually 3. Okay, now what if you want to find, let us say, you want to find the area of a circle, okay, and the radius is 5 units. So you know that the formula is pi r square. So instead of using 3.14, what I would recommend is that use the value pi. You can see here pi. So pi multiplied by 3. I said the radius is 5, right? So pi multiplied by 5 squared. So this gives you the area of the circle of radius 5 units. Okay. Now you can see a small button here called trigonometry. Now I'll use this to find sine of any angle or sine inverse of a value between -1 and +1. Let us say I want to find sine 30 degrees. Now you can see the angle is in radians, isn't it? But I want to find sine 30 degrees. The angle is in degrees now. So what do? Press escape. Uh, Press this option, go to document settings, and then you can angle, make it into degrees. See, you can either make it default. So if you make it default, what will happen is every time you open you switch on the calculator, it will be in degree mode. Okay. If you don't make it as a default, it will always be in the radian mode. What I would recommend is for math SL students, IBDP math HL and SL students, your default angle is always radian. Okay. Now for math studies SL students, those who are doing IBDP math studies SL, your default angle should always be degrees. So I'm going to make this as a default here. Okay. Now let us say I want to find sine 30 degrees. So trig, press sine 30, enter. You get the answer. Sine 30 degrees 0.5. Okay. Now let us say you want to find sine inverse of 0.5. So how do you do that? So here sine inverse of 0.5, and it will give you 30 degrees as the answer. Okay. So let us look at, there are other options that are available in this calculator which you can use. Let us say go to menu, number. You can see you can actually approximate to fraction. So what it means is you can convert a decimal number into a fraction. Let us see how to do that. So I'll escape. Let us say I want to convert 0.666667 to a fraction. So I press menu, go to number, approximate to fraction. So it has converted this into a fraction. Okay. So let us look at other options here. Go to menu, number. You can see factor. So you can actually find the factors of a number. So let us see how to do that. So I want to find, let us say, the factors of 18. So menu, number, and press factor, and then inside the bracket you write 18. You get 2.3 square. It means 2 multiplied by 3 square. Therefore the factors of the prime factors of 18 are 2 and 3. Okay. You can also find the LCM of two numbers or more using this option. Let's say menu, number. Let us say you want to find the least common multiple. I say I want to find the least common multiple of 10 and 15. Enter. It gives you the answer. The answer is 30. Similarly, using this, you can also find, likewise, you can find the greatest common divisor. You can also find the remainder. For example, let us say I want to find when 100 is divided by let us say 7. I want to find out what is the remainder. You know that the remainder is 2, isn't it? Because 14 times 7 is 98. So the remainder is 2. Oh, did I say 4? I think the remainder is 2. 14 times 7 is 98. So the remainder is 2. So you can actually find the remainder like this. Okay. So that's it, students, for this video. So hope you found it useful. One more thing, suppose if you want to clear everything, there are two options. Press this and then it will ask you, do you want to save this document? You can either say no. If you say no, that will become a blank document. I'm going to put cancel here. Or you can also go to menu and then actions, and then you can actually clear history. So it will clear everything, all the windows that you have. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry for the slip of my tongue, and thanks for watching this video, students.